Cameras are on. We started the show. No, we haven't.
This?
Not officially.
X2! X1 what? No, what was it?
PropShow 12.
PropShow 12?
PropShow 12.
Look who we've got in the house!
Which means we now have exactly 4 episodes more than Faulty Towers.
It's impressive.
The DVD sales are going to go through the roof.
It's the thing. And this week, who have we got?
Oh, we got Simon and Caroline from Thomas Morris. There you go.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
So, to anyone that's been living in a cave, who hell yous?
We are, well, I am Simon Bradbury from Thomas Morris Sales and Lettings. And
He's
this
confident
is my...
one, didn't
Yes.
Do you want to roll the titles?
You can start the show.
Hey,
you start the show?
Before we do that, I want to introduce my colleague. This is
Les.
Caroline Woodall.
Hi,
Hello.
Hi, Caroline.
Hello.
Okay, are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Yes, we're ready.
Let's roll BT. Is that what you do?
Do you know, it's very good.
Good start.
Excellent start. So
Semi
we're looking
regulars.
for
I
another
feel
show.
really
Regular.
sorry. We've got Ian McKenzie next week on the show.
Have we?
He's
Yeah.
a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
From the guild?
He's a good guy.
Yeah, from the Guild.
Yeah, we like Ian.
I'll tell you who we had last week.
Go on.
Whaley. Simon
God,
Whale.
and he's
Yeah.
still going. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amazing.
The whale
Been
bite.
shut down.
We
Yeah.
did have a
That's
cease
pretty
and desist.
So is it your
notice.
idea then to get all the sort of top Simons in the industry? You've had Simon Whale.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Obviously Simon of the Bradley
Yeah.
variety.
Yes.
Yes.
Simon Brown, would you be getting him in at some point?
We've interviewed him.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Many times.
He's not been here.
You specialise in Simons?
Yes.
Come on the show. That's
good.
And Steve's. We know a lot of Steve's. in the
Steve's, yeah,
industry.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Steve.
Yeah. They're a subgroup, they're not as good as the Simons.
There you go. So, why are you here today?
We're here today to have a hoot.
Indeed.
And we were just driving through Grantham, weren't we?
And they
Quite
fancy,
close
and they
to
fancy
down,
some
yeah.
free one.
Yeah.
They fancy some free one.
Yeah, we
glasses.
fancy some free one-dome
Should we
glasses.
put them on now?
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Wonder.
Wonder!
Don't you think it's a slightly
Oh, not one
ominous name?
One dome.
One dome. Don't you think it's sort of
We love one dome.
But doesn't it smack of sort of world domination, do you think?
Maybe, but the great thing about One Dome is they sponsored to the show to the tune of £0 and pence, but they did give us
Is that including that?
some free glasses.
Yeah, that registered.
So
No,
every-
not registered.
but you can take those away with you. Feel free.
Yeah, keep
Thank
them.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. They look good on your beamer there.
Yes,
so,
thank you very
rolling in,
much.
you know,
Yeah.
down in, St Ives, with tunage.
Lay back in the German world.
Anyway, Simon, you're a bit of a well-known person in the industry of estate agency.
Get out of here.
I know.
Stop.
Talk to us about your thoughts of prop tech.
Prop tech. Well, I think prop tech is a good thing.
We do.
I know a lot of people say it's a people business, and that's definitely absolutely right. But
Yeah.
I do love my prop tech. Do you guys know somebody called James Dearsley? Do you know him? Oh, he sends out an interesting newsletter every Sunday. And I normally have a read of that while I'm munching my cornflakes, and he keeps us up to date with all the latest, grooviest things that are going on prop tech wise.
Sure.
And at Thomas Morris, we love our prop tech.
Do you?
We do.
Which is
Yeah, but isn't that
particular?
prop tech for prop tech's sake? Let tell you what,
Yeah.
no one cares about you.
Prop
Caroline.
tech for prop tech's sake.
Susan Levin. And what prop tech do you use at Thomas Morris that actually makes your job easier? You can mention names if you want to.
Yes. Okay, well, no, I guess the journey has been cut down, should I say? The customer journey, I was paid to say.
One company.
One journey.
One dome. One dome.
One love.
So no,
No.
sorry.
So my journey is made easier, I guess, by their journey being made easier, and allowing them to contact us through kind of ease, if you like. So being able to go straight to the website, book evaluation when they want.
You can put one through your website.
Yeah.
directly,
Directly.
Not many people do that.
Yeah, well, don't
They
you think
try.
it's incredible that nowadays you can book your dentist appointment,
Oh,
your
no.
family appointment, everything done online,
Yep.
and you try and find an estate agent, apart from Thomas Morris, of course,
Of
you
course.
try and find an estate agent where you can directly book the appointment. There's lots of stuff that says book your appointment here, but you generally get an email back.
Do you use?
Okay. So you've got like an online calendar then that
Yeah.
people just click and off they
Do you
go.
envisage it like a journey, we were saying actually. So like a journey with no traffic jams, you're straight to the point, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Which,
Yeah,
obviously
but
brings them.
doesn't that have bad diary management? You know, a value we're going from like 200 miles north of the patch to another one.
Okay, that can happen. That can happen. But the system we've got is very cool, very clever, and it reduces and mitigates the chances of that happening. But at the end of the day, instead of looking at it, which I think too many agents look at from the perspective of their own business, what they would like, the way they would like the world to be,
rather than...
we thought, well, what would the customer want? The customer doesn't worry about it.
Did you design a system yourself?
No, we didn't. No, it's a system. It's a system. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. It was a system that was shared with us actually by the Guild of Property.
Oh, well, Ian's on next week. He's on the show.
Ask him about
Love
the Engage system. Really, really good.
Cool.
We got, I think, last month alone, we got over 30 valuation appointments booked directly into the. And I can give you a bit of feedback if you're interested in what our customers.
We are interested, Simon.
You are interested. Well, could you tell your face that you're interested? Okay. So
Really, I am.
no,
genuinely
honestly.
interested.
Oh, that's better. That's a more interesting face.
He is a better Simon.
What we find, although people do say it's a people business, and of course it is a people business, we notice that a lot of people book their appointments at lunchtime. And when we ask people, why did you do that? They'll often say, well, it's because I don't want my work colleagues around to know what I'm doing. I don't want them to hear what I'm up to. And that's why they tend to. So the last thing they want is a people business. They just want a prop tech business.
Yeah.
We like to combine the two.
And once you've got the initial kind of commitment, then it's easy for me to redirect if absolutely necessary, but it's there to.
What a fascinating insight.
Build
to get
on.
booked.
And would you also capture their details as well? So you've then got them on...
Yeah, we've got all the details, obviously subject to GDPR.
Compliance.
Yeah, of course. We have all the details and we're ready to rock.
Awesome.
Yeah. I like
And that's
it.
from the Guild.
That's from the Guild.
Oh, we love the Guild.
Is that only available to you as Guild members, or...?
It's available to, I think, you'll have to ask Ian that. I don't know, do you guys love the Guild though? I didn't quite get that.
We love the Guild.
In fact, I think we first met you at the Guild
You
this
probably
year.
did.
Yeah.
You probably did.
You won some more awards.
Oh, get out of here. We don't care about awards, Thomas.
There was this guy on stage, Chris something, who was doing the presenting, so we went along to do some filming.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what would you change about a state agency?
What would I change? I'll tell you what I'd change. I'd change the approach of individual estate agents in terms of their views towards coaching and training.
Okay.
That's what I would try to do. Because to my mind, I know lots of trainers use a sporting analogy, but it is my favourite analogy.
Yeah.
You won't meet a top sportsman or woman in the world that doesn't have a coach. So why on earth do estate agents? Why on earth do
You take a side of me, and what does it say?
So why on earth would you be an estate agent when you're at the bottom, the middle, the top of your game, and not have a coach
Well,
to keep
surely
it?
that's the same for any industry.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But what I tend to find in a state agency in general is that isn't a common approach. The common approach is, oh, it's different where I am. Oh, it wouldn't work here. Oh, I don't
My
need
town's
anything.
different.
Yeah, really.
We have that a lot, don't we?
Yeah, I do that a lot
I can't
too.
do that here. It won't work.
So that's the one thing I'd
Can't get the
change.
fees up. So do you offer training then?
Oh my goodness me, yes, we
Oh,
offer.
get the plug out.
We're going to buy a golden plug.
We must buy a plug.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
must.
we must buy a plug.
We should have bought one last week.
Yes.
Go.
Always believe in
I'll put that on the to-do
Yes,
list.
I like it.
But you should have done it last week when Wayne was here.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where can we find out about this?
Find out about what?
Your
Training offer.
Not your
Oh,
plug.
I see. No, you thought I actually do train. No, I actually coach and support with my colleagues. Our staff, including my colleague here, Caroline. We used to part own a training company.
Yes, you did.
Called TM Training and Development. They're still going and doing a fantastic job under the guidance of Peter Chapman and Julian O'Dell. And we also use people like the sales doctor, Tony Morris. Have you seen him perform?
Yeah.
Have you seen him do his
And we
thing?
had Boyd here.
You need to watch that boy do his thing.
he good?
No, he's not good. He is exceptional.
Oh, excellent.
What he does is that he will show
So
you.
it wasn't a plug then?
No, it wasn't a
No
plug.
plug. I was going to rescind the golden plug.
Yeah.
I thought he was here to sell something.
No.
He's genuinely here because he wants to be on the show.
Yay! Unless you're looking to sell your house in Cambridgeshire, then of course it is a plug for Thomas Morris.
And you can visit www.
Yes, that's right. No, so
But
we use a lot of trainers, so we use TM Training,
Yeah.
Sales Doctor Tony Morris.
Yeah.
He does a thing where he comes into your business, your colleagues bring along their old leads, and he rings them up live.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Just himself.
Oh, cool.
As a non-estate agent, and closes and closes and closes. He's really good. Of course, the legend that is Josh Fegan from Australia.
Of course, yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
lot of
he's-
time for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Good day.
Has he been up to Cambridgeshire then?
No, I sent my guys down, or a number of my colleagues down to London.
Because he's coming over, isn't he?
He is.
With
He's coming.
Peter Knight's EA Masters.
Peter Knight's EA Masters, and I'm taking 10 or 12 or something of my colleagues down to London to EA Masters to listen from the legend that is Josh of the vegan variety.
Lovely. I'm looking forward to. I'll see you there, my friend.
Yes.
See you there.
Yeah.
Good.
Is it
It's time for Ask the Prop Show.
to the fairs?
Yay!
It's time for Ask the Prop Show.
Love that graphic still.
Thanks, mate.
It's nice.
Where did you get? Did I see it like that on your mother one day?
Fell off a couple of weeks
Fell
ago.
off.
Oh, did it?
Fell off. But it's okay.
Don't ask him where he got it
Reattached
from because last week's answer was disgusting.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. One quick question for Ask the Prop Show this week.
Yeah.
What's your advice for prospecting?
Oh, I love that question.
Good.
My advice for prospecting is get out and fail. That's
Okay.
That's my.
Interesting. The Gary Vaynerchuk approach. You learn by failure.
You do well. I mean, I've learned so much about prospecting over the years. So this is what I would personally do. If I said to you, when you're an estate agent, I could give you a list,
Do you know, he's good, isn't he?
a golden
If I'm
list
on holiday,
of
you
people
get me.
who want to sell their home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have already decided they want to put it on the market.
Yeah.
And have either made a decision which estate agent.
Yeah.
Or are not sure which estate agent to use, and I could give you that list and direct communication.
Yeah.
What would you do for me if I was to give you that? Give me your hat.
It's
I'll tell you.
Oh.
The answer is this. Okay, get out and knock on people's doors.
Oh, right. Not even the phone then.
Oh no, the
Not-
phone,
oh.
schmoan. Get out, knock on people's doors. Then you're directly communicating. I'll give you this back. I think it was better than you. Then you're directly communicating with people who have already decided that
But
they want
they
to
might
move.
say no and say nasty words to me.
They might do, and this is because of the salesman's fear of rejection, and that's
Yeah.
deep inside us.
Well,
Well, no,
salesmen don't
I
have that.
Well, quite often a good valuer makes an awful prospector because they're good people.
Yeah.
But they're what makes them good people is their biggest fear
They're
as well.
scared to fail. Do you know, Chris? See if you can answer this one. Do you know the common denominator of the most successful top 100 ice skaters in the United States of America? Do you know the answer to that question?
Well,
They all own skates.
Well, some of them may lease, but what is the common denominator, the direct correlation between the most successful ones?
I would say that the more successful ones are the ones that have fallen down the most.
Spot on. Very clever. I like it.
I wasn't even.
So what we do know is that the most successful people in most professions,
Yes.
including the most successful estate agents, are the people that fail the most.
Oh, so you're looking
Yeah,
for news?
yeah.
Are you looking for no's then?
Well, you'd learn from
That's
the-
exactly right.
the
Have you ever heard
affliction.
Casper Berry? Have you heard Casper Berry speak? Casper Berry is one cool dude. Casper Berry shared with me that one of the new targets that some of the American sales organisations are setting is not for yeses, it's for no's. What he noticed is that the salesmen and women that got the most no's ultimately got the most amount of yeses. And that's why I love prospecting. You are absolutely directly targeting people who've already decided they want to do something with a house.
Yeah.
And if you can speak to them one-on-one, straight to their
With
face.
the right script.
What would you
and the right-
say?
yeah.
What would you say? Knock on the door, cold call.
Hi there, my name's Simon. I'm from Thomas Morris Sales and Lettings. I see you've got your house to the market. I wonder if I can help.
I've got the kids washing up the.
Excellent. Okay. You're a bit too busy at the moment.
Tis a bit at the moment.
Okay. Would you like me to help you in the future?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Excellent. I'll just leave you with my card, and I don't want to interrupt you now, but I'll just leave you with my card. Give me a call if I can be of any help in the future. Is that okay?
That's lovely.
But I'll
Thank you.
pop back tomorrow. Would that be all right?
Yeah, okay.
Cheeky.
that was quite interesting because you got me to say yes all the time.
Right.
So I couldn't say no at the end.
3 yeses.
You've also learned the soft facts. You also know they've got the kids. You
Nice
also
one,
you've got a
Caroline.
way in.
It's good.
So you learn.
So do you do these cold calls then?
Yeah. Well,
And when you started doing them, were you a bit fearful?
yeah, of course. It's you're learning from your mistakes and getting out there, isn't it? Sink or swim, and off you go.
And
And
now-
your staircase from each objection.
And now, when you knock on the door, you're not worried at all?
Don't run. No, run.
Don't run.
Sometimes.
What top tips would you give out to the people out there in estate agency land who are knocking?
Confidence, I guess. You're there for a reason, and you know you've got what they want. If you're knocked down, see it as not the right time, and they're always going to give you a reason to why it's not going to work, and then you'll take the reason and.
I think a lot of people, what a lot of people do is that they give up when in fact and what's happening is you're telling yourself they're saying no when it should actually be the person
Yeah.
that actually says no.
Ultimately, estate agents love giving themselves excuses.
Right.
This is in my personal experience.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but that's so they'll say things like it's not very professional. In my view, it's very, very much more unprofessional if you drive past a house that's been on the market for 6 months and those people clearly haven't managed to solve their problem and you just blindly drive past. I don't think that's very professional.
It's very selfish.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And from the next, taking from what you just said, from the next prospect, what do? You knock on the door at 2:00. Just wanted to catch you before the school run, you know?
Oh.
Learning.
Clever.
Ah.
Continuous development.
That's the end of Ask the Prop Show.
Good day.
So, Matt, it's what's that time?
It's time to go to our man on the ground, Steve, to see what he thinks about the local property market this week.
Steve says social media rocks.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
So, in terms of
You really must run them
You.
by me a bit more.
I thought that was one of your favourite
regular
features.
feature. So, Chris, who have you been with?
You're always chatting to someone, Chris. Who have you been chatting to recently?
The absolutely gorgeous Andrea Bowler.
Oh, hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
We did a
Hi, Andrea.
we did a 1 minute challenge with
Yeah.
her at Sandsfest.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
used to be Andrew Morgan, but now has changed her name.
Excuse me,
and
sorry to interrupt. What? 1 minute challenge?
Well, it was a
1 minute challenge.
countdown. They went head to head.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Chris does like stat heavy articles and Andrew's very much more lifestyle. And so they said top tips to sell your home. So Chris had come in with some, Andrew had come in with some, we changed the subjects.
Good
We
stuff.
little
See how many you
countdown
could get to in a minute.
Yeah.
But
well, she blew me out the water.
she absolutely
good.
thrashed you
She's
there.
good.
Sorry.
Absolutely blew me out the
But
water.
should we have a bit of your interview with Andrea?
Yeah, that'd be nice, yeah.
Excellent. So, roll VT.
If I said to you content marketing and estate agency, what would that mean to you? Andrea.
Well, I know what it means to a lot of estate agents. It means just putting out a few blogs, sticking a bit on social media, sharing a bit of properties. But reality, content marketing is a bigger picture. It's how you portray yourself to the world is how I like to see content marketing. It's not about one singular platform. It's not about one method of distribution. It's about that overall picture of how you present yourself to your clients, and that's what content marketing is about. And content isn't just words, it's imagery, it's video, it's graphics, it's any kind of visual, words, the whole kind of package comes together and to create this whole image of yourself. And I think what people get stuck on is phrases or the in thing at the moment. You know, let's all have an Instagram account because the agent down the road's got an Instagram. If you can't do Instagram properly and upload pictures and know how to tag and how to hashtag it properly and how to deliver it properly, don't do it. There's nothing worse than having an account which is really poor, and I mean we've seen how many Twitter accounts that are absolutely atrocious and do it badly. I'd rather say to an agent, just have one account, one social network, do it well, do it bloody brilliantly, and stick with that.
Probably the next video we can talk about your favourite social media streams, the one that get the most business for estate agents and letting agents. Let's do that in the next video.
Good.
Awesome.
There you
She
go.
is the queen of content.
She's the queen of content.
She is.
If you're the king of content, she's the queen.
There you
So
go.
yeah. Mark, just quickly, how are your Countrywide shares doing, Krista? Just thought I'd ask. But whilst we're on the topic of,
Okay, right, hold on. There you go.
they're at
10p.
10p.
But what do you think about
Hang on, just quickly. That's the noise for Krista shares. So just while we're
I don't know. I don't know. It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
What?
Doing that sound to your
Well, no, he bought them.
Take notes of it.
Yeah,
Take notes.
fair dues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then, hold on, then I threw some more on it.
Well, I'd be careful to mock Chris. I mean, it's very easy to mock Chris. I think on this occasion, I think we need to watch.
Yeah,
Country
watch
Boy. I really do think so. It wasn't long ago before what were they valued at?
there were 50 something. There were 72.
Yeah.
£6 something like that.
They were. There were
higher.
72.
Yeah.
There were 72p in January.
There you go.
And of course, at that time, they were absolutely profitable.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Purple Bricks will have to look up the definition of the word profitable.
Well, like some purple brick back.
Yeah. But easy tiger. But no, I do think that there's a chance that Countrywide could come back.
Yes.
And I do think that personally buying a stack at 10p, I don't think that was a bad move.
No.
I mean, in our particular patch, in one of our branches,
Can you buy
where Carol-
shares in Thomas Morris?
no, we a very
Priceless.
exclusive club.
So Simon, on Countrywide, we're not mocking Countrywide because actually that's people and other things.
Yeah.
We're only mocking Chris. But if you were,
Cheers, guys.
which is entertaining always. But if you were Countrywide now,
Yeah.
what
would
would
you
you
do?
do?
Okay, I know there's plenty of people who disagree with what I'm going to say, but I would rebrand under one brand. I know there's the arguments about the brand values that they've got.
Yeah.
I understand all of that, but I think they need to do something very distinctive, very aggressive,
They're that far
very
down the
assertive.
line, they need to do that.
And I think if they did that, they could represent a very real challenge to lots of people. I mean, even in our patch, where the Countrywide brand was Taylor's, I think it was.
Right.
Yeah, very good brand.
Yeah.
And Caroline, remind me what happened to Taylor's in St Ives?
Benito, yeah. Gone.
Yeah,
They've gone.
Non-existent.
So a number of their branches have closed, and generally I'm not knocking them. I can remember a number of award ceremonies I've been to where people like Peter Knight have been holding these guys and girls up as the people that were maintaining high fees.
Really?
And with
Right.
their culture, their approach, that's what I'd do. I'd take the bull by the horns, rebrand under one brand, and I think that would really give
Great
a
answer.
number of agents
Good stuff.
Heard it
lots
here
of their money.
first.
So ask us what we've been doing, Chris.
Hold on a second. What have you been doing?
Well, funny you should ask, Chris. Matthew and I have been in Chelmsford
Yes.
with Martin and Co.
Steve Frost, Emma Roberts.
Stephen Frost, Emma Roberts. We've been
Love
filming
them,
hashtag Love at Chelmsford. We thought we'd just drop the teaser in just so
drop this.
everyone could have a
Great.
little look at
Great.
how awesome Chelmsford is.
Have a look.
I love Chelmsford.
I love Chelmsford because it's a great place for new businesses.
I love Chelmsford.
I love to shout about Chelmsford.
I love Chelmsford because it's a great place to buy a property.
I love Chelmsford. Who doesn't?
The thing I love about that is that it is making the agent central to the location, the face of your place.
That's my phrase. The
Go on,
face of
man.
your
Face of
place.
hyperlocal.
The face of your place.
Because if you think about it, I wrote an article a couple of weeks ago where I talked about Russell Quirk being the face of eMove and the fact he gets so much publicity.
Yeah.
And I said that agents should also become the face of their
The digital mayor.
the digital map.
Yes.
Check it out.
Check it out. There's a load of videos on Chris's YouTube channel.
300 videos. 300 free
We
videos.
have made most of those.
Not most of them.
All of them. No,
We haven't.
we haven't. But yeah, check out Chris's YouTube channel. There's masses and masses of content on there.
300 videos on how to get more
300
vendors.
how to get more vendors.
Sorry, how many? I didn't quite catch the number.
300.
Is that a VVV?
Hello? What are you talking about?
XXX?
Yeah, you got all that in.
No, that's what you do on a Saturday. That's not the number of phones.
Easy time.
CCC!
CCC.
Yay!
Yeah, CCC.
Speaking of awards, I know it's the prop show, but with Property Video Solutions been nominated for 2 awards locally.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
More next week when we win them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, when we win them. Yeah, that's in November though.
Yeah, true.
So a couple of weeks to
What awards have you been nominated?
Been innovation for the hashtag Love Films and best new startup.
Wow.
Because believe it or not, we've only just started.
Well, that's true. We don't go in for awards at Thomas Morris, so doesn't really bother us.
So
There you go for once.
Nah, not really.
No.
Well, we've gone for, I think, 63 in the last 10 years.
2 weeks.
But we sort of somehow just collected them.
Well, I think awards are very important.
Do you?
no, he doesn't.
Yes, I do. I think they're great for staff morale.
Yes.
And I think they are good to show where you are in the community. I just don't like the way a lot of agents use them in their marketing.
Okay,
I agree.
right.
It's not what they are, it's what you do with it that counts.
Well,
Chris.
that's what I keep telling Mrs. Watkins.
Yeah. Predictable, but still funny.
And on that note, thanks ever so much for watching. So there's one thing left for us to say.
Shalom!
Shalom.